So Nick Cannon just told the world I'm definitely a narcissist and that he uses ChatGPT so that he won't gaslight people and sound like a narcissist. Is that crazy or what? All right, so today we're going to go into a lot more about that and why you should care and what it means for you. Okay, so Nick Cannon came out and said, I'm a narcissist and I use ChatGPT to sound less like a narcissist. I mean, it's almost like a master class on modern narcissism here. I mean, if you're battling a narcissist in real life, you need to know how they can weaponize or whitewash their image using AI and how to flip it in a negotiation setting or maybe a courtroom setting or whatever setting it is that you're trying to communicate with this narcissist. So if you're new here, I'm Rebecca Zung. Welcome. I'm an attorney. I've been recognized as a best lawyer in America by US News. I'm also a USA Today bestselling author of the book Slay the Bully. If you are new, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell because every day we're here trying to help you break free from manipulative narcissists. So in Nick Cannon's quote, there are two things that really stand out to me. One is where he says, I'm definitely a narcissist. And the second thing is that he uses ChatGPT so I don't gaslight. Okay, translated, he's self-aware enough to game his own perception. But here's the twist, relying on AI doesn't erase the narcissism. It just hides the tactics in cleaner language. So who is Nick Cannon? For those of you who don't know, he's an actor, he's a rapper, host of shows such as The Masked Singer and the long-running improv show Wild and Out. He is a multifaceted entertainer. He was married to Mariah Carey famously, but since then he's had many children. I think he said he has a king complex or something like that. And so he has 12 children, at least that he is claiming for now, all with different mothers, 6 different mothers. I think 6 of his kids were born like within an 18-month period or something. It was like really pretty insane. He said he co-parents as a blended village, which is also kind of an interesting perspective. He has spoken publicly about his whole situation. I guess he went and sought some professional help of some sort after one of his children had died or passed away. So why does he call himself a narcissist? According to a recent post, he said in New York Magazine, USA Today interview, I realized in therapy I'm definitely a narcissist. And he is very comfortable labeling himself that. And maybe he's trying to show that he's self-aware. I don't know, but he's definitely the center of a lot of attention. 12 kids, multiple television projects. He's got apparently a private jet parenting schedule. So he's got all the markers of classic grandiose self-importance. And he jokes that he's the man character in every room and that he has this king complex and that he wants to populate the world with his amazing genes, which reinforces that narcissistic brand. But, I guess it also probably makes him more popular. Who knows? But owning the label doesn't neutralize the behavior, even if it can be sanitized in some way or to the public eye by saying, I use ChatGPT. So what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a deliberate reality bend for the person who is the listener. That never happened. You're not seeing that. Whatever your senses are telling you, that's not true. And so what AI can do is produce polished replies that sound caring, but maybe distort facts. So who is he afraid of gaslighting? Probably mothers of his children. He's got 6 co-parents and 6 potential conflict zones then. And gaslighting claims could turn messy in family court or public interviews. So what does he do? He uses AI to polish his text and let him sound supportive or on the same page, potentially lower the amount of backlash that he's going to get. as a result. Who else might he be afraid of gaslighting? Well, the children themselves, especially the older ones, and as kids grow, they can read headlines and direct messages, and AI helps them craft age-appropriate, squeaky clean explanations of complex family dynamics. And how does it do that? It avoids language that could be seen as manipulative or dismissive. Now, I will tell you that my Slay AI has been designed directly for narcissism, manipulation, gaslighting, deception. He's using a vanilla version of ChatGPT, which is definitely not as good at all, but he is working hard to make sure that he doesn't look like a narcissist. He does not want to look like a narcissist, mostly to media and fans. He's constantly on podcasts, Twitter, X, Instagram, and one single tone-deaf post can spark viral outrage, as we know in this day of cancel culture. And if he uses ChatGPT, potentially he can tone that down and make sure it's PR safe. And so he's not worried about gaslighting strangers. He's worried about protecting his image with ex-co-parents, a dozen kids, millions of followers. ChatGPT doesn't erase narcissism. It just puts like a silk hat on it. It's like the lipstick on a pig kind of a thing. So that's why we screenshot everything and let tools like Slay AI, which is my version of it, which is so much better, expose the pattern beneath the polish, because you can upload things like screenshots, direct messages, pleadings, bank statements, all of that, and it will find the patterns even among the polish. Okay. And so here's my 3-point plan for you. If you're so ready for this, I want you to put "so ready" in the comments below. Narcissists have a confession to make, and that is that they are way more afraid of you than you are of them, especially in court cases, mediation cases, or any kind of cases where you have to negotiate with them. But you know what? I have a confession to make too. I'm sick and tired of these people bullying you and making you feel exhausted and paying way too much in attorney's fees and dragging you through the mud. My name is Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by U.S. News as one of the best lawyers in America. And in fact, I was so sick and tired of these people bullying you that I started studying narcissism so that I could beat them in the courtroom. And now I'm here to make the case so that you can win too. I developed a 4-part proven blueprint that has helped tens of thousands of people take back their freedom, win, and get back their power. And now I'm sharing it with you in a special live event, Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-part proven plan to take back your power. 4 simple steps, 1 free live event, 1 free hour of your life. That's what stands between you being in hell and you being free. Join me, click the link for Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-step proven plan to take back your power. Just click the link and let's go. All right, so AI is neutral. Intent is not neutral. So Nick's no gaslight claim only works if he feeds in truthful data. So what you want to do, action for you, is always screenshot original messages before any AI rewrite. Here's the other thing. If he actually wanting help or whatever, he wouldn't be saying, "Hey, I'm a narcissist." The point that I'm trying to make here is that confession doesn't equal a cure. An admission of narcissism doesn't end manipulation. So what your action needs to be is documenting behavior, not words, documenting every single incident, even public interviews. Just know that a public persona can sway people. A polished GPT post can paint him as caring, but you need hard evidence in your cases. So build time-stamped exhibits and tables and graphs and heat charts and whatever you can that counter whatever the PR spin is that you might be getting from a narcissist. So how can a narc polish a text? Well, you might have a raw text that says something like, stop whining or I'll cut you off. And what a ChatGPT vanilla rewrite might be is, I understand your feelings. Let's discuss finances calmly. It looks sweet, but it's still a threat. Okay. That's why judges will demand the original post or the original content, the original message, plus the context. So how do you turn their gifts, their behavior into your leverage, what I call your gifts? So I want you to go to my Doc the Narc cheat sheet right now. Just go to docthenarc.com and get that for yourself, and then snapshot the original raw text. And I want you to write down, why does it matter? And what is the outcome that you want? Do you want to shift the fees onto them? Do you want to tag them with contempt? All right. And then you're going to drag it into some kind of a folder, like a Gmail folder, something like that, because down the road, if you are using our Slay incident tracker and you're using Slay AI, it will auto tag site statutes, building courtroom ready exhibits for you instantaneously. I want you to join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, as well, because then you'll get additional help and support. So here's do's and don'ts when a narcissist is using AI, okay? Do save the before and after versions of any message that you might receive, okay? Cross-check public statements, podcasts, tweets with private behavior, and use AI yourself for organization, for making sure that you are on the right page, and make sure that you are creating folders documenting absolutely everything. Don't assume that AI language equals genuine empathy. If they have been who they are in the past, they're going to remain who they are. All right. Don't over-explain. That feeds their supply. Don't rely overly on AI for sites, for statutes. Make sure that you verify everything with an outside source like Lexis or Westlaw. And so here's the thing, why ChatGPT won't eliminate manipulation. AI may be able to rewrite a style, but they can't rewrite intent. And if the original motive or control is in there, the rewrite just can't change that. Just know that version control does matter. Courts care about the initial message. If the intent is disputed, capturing drafts or screenshots become critical evidence. And self-diagnosis does not equal behavioral change. So admitting that a person is a narcissist can become kind of like what we call humble brag that deflects accountability. So how do you turn this into leverage? Document every version of everything that you're receiving, screenshot raw messages, and any polished replies that sound completely different than what they've sounded like in the past. Make sure you tag manipulation tactics, threats, guilt trips, future faking, whatever it is, smearing, and then line up and attach the local statute in your area so that you can apply the facts to the law. So contempt for late support, harassment codes for intimidation. And then you're going to eventually want to load all of this into Slay AI and then auto compare the tone shifts, generate an exhibit table that is titled Patterns of Image Management via AI. So you can do that. Start with my free Doc the Narc cheat sheet, docthenarc.com, or just go right here and get it from my QR code. If you're a renter, this is a no-brainer. You earn points on groceries and travel, so why not on rent? With Built, paying rent finally pays off. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, and your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock two powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month, no matter where you live or who your landlord is. Your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to your exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. These include extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, and unique experiences only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to miles and hotel points. Your rent can literally take you places. Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/negotiate. That's joinbilt.com/negotiate. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. That's joinbuilt.com/negotiate. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve aches or discomfort or stress? CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body instead of against it. I have really close family members and friends who have dealt with stress or health issues, really severe health issues, and I have seen this work amazing miracles for them. And what I love about their products is that not only does it help relieve discomfort or stress or sleeplessness, but they're actually third-party lab tested and USDA approved, and they're organic, so they ensure safety and purity. And right now, Negotiate Your Best Life podcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate at your checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate. There's nothing small about building a small business. I know, because when I first started RebeccaZung.com, I wanted the best possible platform for my business. That's why I chose Shopify.com for shop.RebeccaZung.com. Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, including Mattel and Gymshark. And you can handle everything in one place, including inventory, payments, and they handle 10% of e-commerce all around the world. And if you prefer in person, their point of sale handles inventory, payments, everything that you need, and it's seamless. And with 99.9% uptime and the best converting checkout on the planet, you'll never miss a sale. Get all the big time stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial starting today at shopify.com/negotiate. That's shopify.com/negotiate. The next video that I want you to watch is Stop Over Explaining, the 8-second SOS that freezes a narcissist. You can learn how to seal the deal here and make sure that you know how to stop explaining and be the strongest version that you can of yourself. Remember that facts are your fortress, AI is your tool, and you are the leader. You are the architect of your outcome. Use your lawyer as a tool, not your savior. Okay, you step up and lead. So if this video was helpful for you, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell, and also like the video, give it a thumbs up, and share it, because so many people need this information. And remember, they only win if you give in, but you do not need to do that because there's so many resources right here at your fingertips. So I will see you in that next video. I would love to know what you got from this. Go ahead and drop that in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you in that next video.